Wake up everybody, we got stuff to do. Like normal, I'm too short. Alright guys, we're going to be pulling this 460 out of this Thunderbird, the Thunderchicken. All 460 cubic inches are coming out. I got freeze plugs to do. I don't know what else we're gonna do. I was thinking about doing gaskets, but I don't know. I just really want to do the freeze plugs. We're gonna hook the transmission back up to it while it's out and then stab everything back in all together. So I'm just gonna start taking some stuff off right now. Man, allergy season is definitely here. I've had some kind of bug in the last week, some kind of stomach bug or something, my allergies, sore throat. I don't know what's going on, but I feel like I'm dying. But anyways, we're gonna start stripping some stuff off the front of this thing and getting ready to pull her out. And then once we get it out, we'll change the freeze plugs, get the transmission hooked back to it, hopefully get it put back in. I don't know if we'll get to all that in this video. You guys know the deal. I only got limited time out here after work and not a whole lot of time on the weekends, so we'll see what progress we make and how far we get, but we'll at least try to get it out this week and then maybe do a 2-part video or something. I don't know. Stop yelling at me about it. You know, I only got so much time, so settle down. We'll get there, okay? It's patience. It's tortoise in the hare. I'm like a fat tortoise. Or a fat hare, I guess. I mean, the hare loses, right? Yeah, I'm definitely a hare. I don't know. Whatever. Let's just start taking stuff apart. Oh, okay. Let's just break stuff here. I kind of foresee that happening. Oh, that's good. That's a... Oh. Okay. Cool. I'm gonna try to sneak this thing out of here. We'll take the hood off, but I'm gonna try to sneak it out of here without... I'm gonna pull the radiator out and everything, but I'm gonna try to sneak it out without pulling anything off the front because I don't want to. Okay. Probably get one of those magneto trays to put stuff in. Yep. Excuse me. Here again, I'm too short because I got the front end of this thing lifted up, but we will be pulling the jack stands out from under this. We're gonna put the tires back on it so we can get this front end down low. I'm gonna drop it low. Drop it like it's hot or lukewarm. Okay, it's cold, if I'm being honest. All right, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm thinking that's 5/8. Probably wrong. Oh, look at me go. I bet this doesn't. Oh yeah, it's twisted. Alright, I gotta make these anyway, so let's just cut them so we're not wasting too much time. No, was that so hard? I mean, for goodness sakes.
What's wrong, big fella?
Nothing. I need to be 6 inches taller.
I got you.
Have a nice long big tool. Can you hand me that tire there, sir, on the ground?
It's black with metal in the middle?
Yeah.
Haven't seen it. Have not seen it, bud.
Yeah. Hey, let's have a lesson. Kayvon doesn't know what the bead of a tire is. So, got the handy dandy pointer. So this, sir, right inside here, actually, it's kind of back behind here a little bit, is the bead of the tire. It's the thick rubber part of the tire that seats or seals to the rim. So when you break this down, take all the air out of it and break the tire off the rim, that's called breaking the bead. And the bead is down inside of here. That's what the bead of a tire is. You said you wanted to know, I taught you, and now you're talking shit. Under your breath, behind the camera. Not nice.
I would do no such thing. I would never do anything like that, guys.
He is such a nice boy.
Boy.
One of these days I'm gonna have enough room for all my stuff and it's not gonna be a cluster, you know what, in my garage. Nice thing about working on a car like this is there's all kinds of workbenches under here. I mean, you got a workbench here. If you improvise enough, you got a workbench here, and a workbench over there. And for as long as this hood is, and it's long, there's not a lot of room in here. They got this big block stuffed in here, and
Occupado.
it's she takes up all the real estate. Get in there. Let go.
Have you tried swearing at it?
Not out loud. There we go. You. Radiator out.
A very special thing about this car is even though it's an automatic, it has a clutch fan. So cool.
Kayvon doesn't understand the difference between
No. Adam doesn't understand.
Behind the engine and the clutch fan that cools it. It must be half inch.
So you can get the right wrench.
Why are you holding that?
Oh, that was much better if I didn't.
It is.
A real man holds on to his fans.
What's that?
A real man holds on to his fans at all costs.
Oh, good. That's gonna happen 82 more times, I'm sure, but you know.
Who's counting?
Next week, you're gonna have to remind me where that bolt went. And the other one that I just lost. Even though they're not really the right bolts anyways. I wonder if I could just slide that off of there and then take those belts off. Wonder if that's a thing. How about it? Well, that was not how that's going to go back together, but super convenient. Alright.
And how we doing, big fella?
Well, you know, everything's rusted together.
Would you like your stool?
No. This is actually kind of comfortable. I got my armpit, or my boob.
I'm in the hood.
Rested on this fender over here. Kind of leaned in there. I don't think there's any pressure in there. Nothing's blown up at me yet, so. That was a nice hand I had. That's probably R12 anyways. It's real good for you. How? I mean, what? Is this attached to the headlight? How long is it? Yeah, no pressure. No pressure.
Tell us a little bit about this good old Thunderbird.
It's a Thunderbird.
It's got wheels.
Made by Ford. It's actually 20th anniversary Copper Luxury Edition 1975 Ford Thunderbird. Which means nothing to really anybody except for Ford Thunderbird fanatics, but it's actually a pretty cool car. I mean, the interior is actually pretty decent, and it stinks because it's old, but it's actually a pretty decent shape. The body, you know, it's seen better days. As you can see over there, the fender.
Made with real copper and pennies.
Yeah. If that were the case, it might still be in one piece instead of Swiss cheese, but I don't know, pretty cool car. I mean, you guys have seen it on the channel before. It's what I traded my Valiant for. 460 big block C6 transmission that we rebuilt. You know, hopefully when I get it back together, it goes forward and backwards, which is the whole purpose of all of this, really.
It just goes up.
Right now it hasn't done a whole lot of anything, but I mean we're pulling the engine out to do freeze plugs. You just can't get to them in there, and I don't want to put expansion plugs in it. You know, I went through the whole debate with myself, like I don't care because I'm not keeping it, so why should I pull the engine and do it the right way? But I'm the kind of guy that has to do things the right way-ish, at least to the best of my ability anyways, and pulling it out and putting the freeze plugs in it, the right freeze plugs the right way, just makes sense to me. You know, the expansion valves, they put expansion valves, or expansion plugs, excuse me, expansion valves, expansion plugs in it already, and they failed, so why just keep doing that and make it somebody else's problem? It's got enough problems on its own. Let's just do at least one thing the right way, you know, because Lord knows the transmission probably ain't right. So if I can do one thing right, it'll be the freeze plugs, and if I do it wrong, I won't show you guys. No, we'll do it right. So that's all really. I mean, pretty cool car, got a lot of features. My buddy, I gotta have him send it. I think he did send it to me. He found a really cool, it was actually an ad for this exact car. It was a copper luxury group edition 1975 Ford Thunderbird. It actually came in copper. I think there was a silver one, and then some other ones, but the silver one, or yeah, I think it was silver, and the copper one were special editions, or 20th anniversary editions. Not that they're not all 20, whatever, but you know, copper and silver were special, I guess. So I know one guy did comment that this wasn't worth anything, and it's probably not, but you know, he said based on the looks of it that the frame was shot and blah blah blah. Just you know, your normal, if it's not 100% pristine, then he doesn't want anything to do with it. So I can tell you the frame's not shot. I've been under it long enough and enough times that I mean, it's rusty, don't get me wrong, but you know, there's scale on it, but the car is solid. Needs some body work. You know, if somebody really loved this car and wanted to put the time and money and effort into it, this could be a really nice car. It's not really what I want to do. Not really my goals with any of the cars, really. Like that truck, we're putting a lot of time and money into that, but mostly time, really. You know, I'm just getting it to where it's a solid work truck. I'm not doing any crazy restoration, or you know, I'm not looking for that thing to be a show truck or anything even close. I'm doing rockers, and I'm doing them for the most part the right way. They're, you know, they're not perfect, but that's just it. That's what this channel's about. Restorations. You know, taking cars like this one. It hasn't driven on the road in probably 35 years or more. It was in a barn for 30 years. Guy I got it from got it, and you know, could never get it to do anything but go forward. So you know, that's just what this channel's about, taking cars like this and making them at least roadworthy again, getting them back on the road and driving again, and you know, sell them to someone that wants to make them a project and put their heart and soul and money and time into it to make it what they want, because that's what they want to do. So you won't see any restorations on here. I don't even color inside the lines, so putting a car back together and you know, perfect show quality or even restored quality is not something that this guy's going to be doing. So that's about it. That's a little bit about the Ford and the channel. So we're gonna, with the little time that we have, you know, that I have after work, we're gonna get this engine out of here, get the freeze plugs put in it, and get it all stabbed back in here. I know it runs, probably don't run perfect. That carburetor is newer. I don't know how new. You know, everything's kind of questionable at this point, but it ran when I got it home. I'm sure it'll run once we get the transmission back in it. Just hopefully we can get it to drive. If we can get it to do more than just go forward, we'll put brakes on it, make sure it's safe, and do some pretty cool burnouts and then sell it. That's, you know, so if you're interested in a 1975 Ford Thunderbird, the Copper Luxury Group Edition 20th anniversary, shoot me a message or shoot me an email, rustywrenchrepair@gmail.com, if you're interested in it. It's going to be a while before it's done, because we got other stuff going on too, so I'm sure it's not going to be back, you know, back together and running by next week. So oh yeah, I'm down here. Out.
What doesn't kill you makes you stronger or gives you superpowers.
Yeah, whatever just went in there with my retina. Okay. Okay. So we're on the final stretch of getting this thing out of here. Right now I'm looking for any loose ends down here. I gotta undo. Where'd you go?
Just want to show everyone where you are.
Yeah, I think I'm under the car. Gotta undo the motor mount, or yeah, motor. Gotta undo the motor mount bolts, get the motor mount bolts out. I might wait to physically pull them out till I get the cherry picker hooked up to this thing. I don't know. I'd like to get them out while I'm down here. I don't know. Okay. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. And it looks like, what is that? Starter stuff? Yeah, of course. We got harness that's still hooked to the block here. I gotta get off. Looks like the power cable that goes down to the starter. Should probably get some safety glasses on. Safety squints don't seem to help, especially when you need to be able to see what you're doing.
You know how cool it would be to be a blind mechanic, bro?
A blind mechanic? That doesn't sound cool at all.
Maybe not for the customers, but like, flex.
What's that?
I said maybe not for the customers, but that's still a flex.
Yeah, I'm a blind mechanic. I don't fix anything anymore. So I guess I'm just blind.
So you're working on a BMW. Sir, that's a Hot Wheels.
That's your son's go-kart. It's got BMW parts on it, I think. Whoa. Oh, wow. Oh. Oh, God. Hi. So, the nice thing about this is I gotta get these transmission lines out and make new ones since I cut them. I should probably get the rest of this exhaust apart too while I'm down here. And then once we get it back in, I guess I'll have to sell my left leg So I can go get exhaust put on this thing. Unless more of you subscribe, you know, like a lot more. I need 50,000 of you to subscribe. That would be awesome. And then maybe YouTube would pay me some money and I could afford to go get exhaust put on my car. Just saying, you know, tell your friends, family. Subscribe, like, comment. Watch the videos. Alright, let's get some tools. That's in my throat. I think it was mud. I hope it was mud. Or it was grease with mud off this oil pan. But it went in my, I swallowed it. Great. Okay. Let's get some tools and get this stuff off of here. I gotta go on a diet. Am I close to being out? I can't even feel the front bumper. Oh, yeah, I can.
The front bumper's on your front bumper.
I'm not even too old to be doing this stuff. I'm just too fat. Fat guy under a... It's really a big car though. A big old car. Okay. Oh yeah. Got it. It's great. It's wonderful. Don't forget to hydrate.
It's tequila.
Or in my case, wash the dirt down you just ate. This should go perfect.
What could go wrong?
Oh yeah. Hey, first try. Hey. Are you kidding? Alright. Could you do me a big favor? Not them, you.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, if you guys would like to, I need a little bit longer extension than this. In that drawer that we got the
So like and
extension
subscribe
from.
so we can buy one.
No, I have one. But no, really, like and subscribe. Because, yeah. Hey.
What do you need?
A longer extension than this one. Ouch. Here. Bring that one back, but I just need a longer one like that. Uh-huh. Not only did that say no, pretty sure it said hell no. Oh, I couldn't say no for too long. One piece. Let's see. I don't believe it. But I guess I have to. Here, this was important. Don't lose it. Alright. One side exhaust off, one side motor mount out.
How's it going?
It's hot. I asked nicely, and then I told it, and it still didn't listen, so now this is what happens when you don't listen.
So you are dripping.
It's hot.
It's 37 degrees outside.
It is not. Okay. There's so much unnecessary vacuum on this car. It is absolutely ridiculous. Vacuum port, vacuum port, vacuum, vacuum, vacuum. Well, it's vacuum advanced.
Dude, it sounds like you were rapping vacuum.
I'm not rapping. I'm angry.
You know what it sounds like, bro? You should just suck it up. But don't get it because of the vacuum.
Yeah, sure. Alright, I think we can take this carb off now. Probably not. There's probably 62 more lines attached to it somehow, somewhere. Alright guys, everything's detached and attached that needs to be attached and detached. Yeah, it's ready to come out is what I'm trying to say. We got the hood off, got the 83 and 3/4 vacuum lines off of it, including some that weren't hooked up and some other stuff that I have no idea where it goes, so gonna have to do a little research on that. There's just a lot in there. This thing is so, you know, I want to put that. I'm gonna put that freaking, I said a bad word, that small block Chevy in this stupid thing and be done with it. I think all I'd have to do is, all right, I'd have to do a lot, but still. I feel like it'd be worth it. Whoa! The front of this car is about 6 inches too long. I got an idea. Oh, that.
Ooh.
I forgot to undo the throttle linkage.
We're just pulling away the thing.
It's like, hey, I can come free now. Jeez, old Pete. Of course it's a different size. Between Chevy and Ford and Chrysler, I don't think they use the same size bolts on anything. Can't believe I forgot that.
We got this thing out though. Correction, you got this thing out.
Alright, might need a new throttle linkage now. Stupid.
What happened? The engine was pulling on it. How'd that happen? We were pulling on the engine.
Didn't disconnect everything.
We're pulling back.
Yeah, try to pull back a little easier now.
Oh, a quarter.
You say a quarter?
Yeah. And there she be, folks. The engine out of a
1975 Thunderbird. I want it closer to the ground. Not that close. Ugh. Oh yeah. Woo! Alright guys, she's out. Which means tomorrow we're gonna do some freeze plugs. I'm gonna go through the book and see if I can get some vacuum diagrams and just some diagrams on everything that gets hooked to the top of this thing. So much stuff. It's hot. Wasn't that bad though, you know. Get this flywheel off of here, get the freeze plugs in the back. I found on the other side there is another expansion plug that got put in there crooked. So I don't know how this thing ever did hold water. If it did, there's no way. So that's good news. Hopefully that means that nothing sat in it long enough for it to freeze and crack the block or anything like that. Or it did freeze and that's what pushed those expansion plugs out. I really don't think that's what happened. I really think that it was really, really tight in there and they just didn't get them in all the way. I know when I went and got it, the guy had mentioned that he couldn't get the one in all the way, and that's the new one over here on the passenger side, the party side. It's actually, probably can't see it. Now it's up under here. So we'll get this thing up in the air. Not my favorite way to work on it. I'd rather put it on a stand, especially my high stand. But I got nowhere to put that right now, so on here is where we're gonna do it. I'm gonna stand to the side though. That way, you know, if something does let loose, it's not on top of me. But yeah, it's out, baby. Thank God. Now we'll get everything buttoned up on it, get the transmission attached to it. We're gonna stab her all in at one time. Well guys, it's out, finally. Wasn't that bad to get out, honestly, other than the 462 vacuum lines that are hooked up to this thing. I mean, look at this. Vacuum, vacuum. Here's another one, vacuum. Oh, another one, vacuum. What? For what? What do you need all that for? Hopefully the book I think I have a book. Yeah, right over there. Gives me a diagram. We might start deleting some stuff off of this. I don't know. It's too much freaking vacuum. It's too much, Ford. But we got it out. That was our main goal this week. I had a terrible thing happen. So my laptop was sitting on like one of those TV dinner trays, the wooden ones that fold out and you can set your, for the living room or whatever. That's what I usually set in the living room and edit in there, and I had it sitting on that table. That's usually where I have it sitting, but it got knocked off of there, and it had the SD card in it with the adapter. And on my laptop, it sticks out quite a way. It's probably more than half. It sticks out like that far. That's most of the way out. And of course it landed right on it, and it snapped the SD card in half. Not even in half. It snapped like the bottom where all the little metal things are. I don't know the proper term. But anyways, it snapped it in half, you know. So I super glued it back together. I don't know how those things work. I'm just trying to get it to work. Stop yelling at me. And so either A, because it snapped in half, it won't read no more. Or B, it screwed up the SD port on my laptop. So I don't know which. I ordered an SD card reader that plugs into the USB, so it'd be separate from the laptop. I ordered one of those. So I'm gonna see if that'll read it. Maybe the reader, you know, in the laptop got screwed up. If so, no big deal. I'll use the external reader and we'll be okay. But that's a whole video, all my footage, because I didn't pull it off of the SD card and download it to my computer. I was editing it and just pulling it right off the SD card. So big lesson learned there. Just lighting, man. I gotta figure this where it gets the dark line. If anybody knows anything about these cameras, this is a GoPro Hero 10. Sorry, I turned you around because I'm trying to read it. Hero 10 black, or whatever. I don't know. If you know anything about these cameras and what I can do to, like when I look at that light over there, if I get too close to it, let's see if it does it. Yeah, see the dark lines that I get when I get close to that light? It's something with the LEDs that screws with the technology stuff in the camera, so I don't know how to fix it. But anyways, I lost all that footage, I think, unless like I said, the SD reader is broke, and in that case I'll be able to read it on the new one. I don't know how that stuff works. So it's a whole video. If you've seen my post from last week, you'll know already what happened, but that sucks. So that put me another week behind. I've been trying to put a video out every 2 weeks, so I got this engine out. I am going to end this video here. That way I got another video for you this week. For me is next week. Yeah. So I do got a bunch of parts for this. We're going to be doing a bunch of stuff to it. Nothing major. I'm not tearing it down or nothing like that. It ran fine. So I'm just gonna kind of freshen it up a little bit, you know. Might pressure wash it. I don't know, we'll see. But gonna fix some things up on this. Made it back to the transmission and get it stuck back in the old Thunderchicken. So yeah, stupid SD card issues. You know, sorry I haven't gotten a video out. We're gonna be getting back on the 1970 C20. That is TJ's. We're gonna be going back out there pretty soon, so we'll have a video on that. And I don't know what else, so I appreciate you guys watching. Thank you for being patient with me. I got a lot of cool stuff coming. It's just taking a lot longer than I thought it would, which is okay. I'm patient. I do YouTube, so you have to have patience. Hey, if you guys are still watching this point, please hit the like button, hit that subscribe button, hit the notification button so you know when my videos come out, and please leave a comment, good, bad, or indifferent. I'll get back to you either way. I appreciate you guys so much. You have no idea, and I'll see you on the next one. See ya.
Another lovely day in Northeast Ohio. We have some troubled winds, but everything